Welcome to all. This is Bifocal Electronics Paper 2 and today we are going to learn about chapter number 2, Logic Gates. So let's start. In this video lecture we are going to learn about review of logic gates, odd even parity checker by using XOR gate, De Morgan's theorem. There are two types of De Morgan's theorem. Basic gates using NAND gate and basic gate using NOR gate. Because NAND gate and NOR gate, both the gates are called as universal building blocks. So we can construct any gate by using these two gates. Okay. Now let's see review of logic gates. Now let us revise all these gates. First gate is AND gate. We know the logic of AND gate. When A and B both are true, then Y is true. Okay. Or here I have written the letter C instead of Y. There is no objection. You can write any letter for output. Okay. But it is most important to write correct Boolean equation for each gate. Okay. Now you can verify the output of AND gate with the help of this truth table. See, in the last case, when both the inputs are high, output will be high, otherwise it will be 0. Then second gate, OR gate. What is the logic for OR gate? Either A is true or B is true or both are true, then Y is true. Okay. See, case second, third and fourth, any one input is high or both the inputs are high to this OR gate, then this output C will be high. Otherwise, for 0, 0, output will be 0. Third gate is NOT gate. This is also called as inverter. When A is true, C is false. A is false, C is true. Okay. Or A is 0, C is 1. A is 1, C is 0. Okay. Then next is NAND gate. NAND gate is combination of and NOT. Okay. So output of NAND gate is exactly opposite to that of AND gate. Okay. See here. In NAND gate, when any one input is low, then output will be high. If the both inputs are high, then output will be low. What about next gate? This is NOR gate. This is also combination of OR and NOT. In the same way like and NOT, this is another gate. This is also combination of OR and NOT. Therefore, bubble, you can see the bubble on the output of the OR gate. So, truth table of NOR gate and OR gate is exactly opposite. And what is the logic for NOR gate? The output C is 1 when both the inputs A and B are 0. See, both the inputs A and B are 0, output will be 1. Otherwise, for the 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1 combinations of input, output will be 0. And this is a next gate, XOR gate. The output C is 1 except when both inputs A and B are the same. I repeat again, the output C is 1 except when both inputs A and B are the same. Means, in other words, we can say that this XOR gives high output when either A is true or B is true, but not both. Okay. Means both should not be true. then this XOR gate gives the high output. Okay. Why I revised all these gates? Because we have to use these all gates in the next topic of this today's video lecture. Okay students. Now let us study odd even parity checker. In previous lecture we have studied basic XOR gate using two inputs. Okay. As it has two inputs, so four possible combinations are there, and we know the equation for the output, that is the Boolean equation y is equal to a XOR b. And we can write this equation in detail. Y is equal to a complement dot b plus a dot b complement. Isn't it? And we know the logic of this equation. What is the logic, students? Either a is true or b is true, then y is true. Okay. I repeat again. Either a is true or b is true, but not both, then y is true. Means if there are two same inputs are present or two inputs are high, then output will be low. Is that clear? Now exactly we have to use this concept in the next part of this application of XOR gate, that is odd even parity. As you can see, odd even. Even means there are two input. But what about three input XOR gate? As there are three variables, so how many possible combinations for input? Yes, 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8. So these are 8 possible combinations of these three variables. Okay. Now we don't know 3 input XOR gate. So we can construct 3 input XOR gate by using 2 input 2 XOR gate. This is first 2 input XOR gate and this is second 2 input XOR gate. We can give the output of upper XOR gate to the lower XOR gate, that is one of the input, and other input is the third input. So the equation is A XOR B XOR C. I repeat again. The output of this first XOR gate will be, what will be the output? Yes, A XOR B. And what is the one of the input here? Yes, that input is given to this second XOR gate. So this input is A XOR B and this is third input. So now this gate contains A XOR B and C as a two input. So its output will be A XOR B XOR C. Okay. Now how to solve this equation? Let us see. I have explained here one case second. If A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, C is equal to 1. A0, B0, C1. By putting the value 0 XOR 0 XOR 1. As we know that 0 XOR 0 will be 0. And by taking this 1 for XOR, and as any one input is high, output will be high. This is the output of XOR gate. So output is high when there is only one input is high from these three input. Means we can say that output is high for odd number of high input. Again you can observe in case third, there is again only one input is high. Okay, as here one input is high, so we'll get this output also high. But in third case, fourth case, what is given there? 0 1 1. Means if we'll put here 0 1 1, 0 XOR 1 will be 1. Okay, and again we take this one, means 1 XOR 1 will be 0. Means the output for fourth case will be 0. Okay, this output for fourth case is 0. Means we can say that if there are even number of inputs are present, output will be 0. Means this, though this is a 3 input XOR gate, this truth table also follows the function of XOR, isn't it? So this is a concept. Now let us check another possibilities. Here again two inputs are present. So we can say that in the similar way, like fourth case, output is also 0. Now let us consider last case. 1 1 1 means A0 A1 B1 C1. So output will be 1 XOR 1 will be 0 because both input are same, and again by taking this C as a 1 means 0 XOR 1. I am explaining this last case. Student, remember that. Though I have not written here for these three inputs, here 1 XOR 1 equal to 0, and by again taking this 1 means 0 XOR 1, and we know that 0 XOR 1 is equal to 1, means here odd number of inputs are high, therefore output will be high. So this case second, case third, case fifth, and this last eighth case, in these all cases you can observe there are odd number of high inputs are present. Is that clear? Here also odd number of inputs are high, so output will be high. And what about remaining? There are even number of inputs are high, therefore output will be 0. This is the concept using 3-bit inputs, that is a odd even parity checker. In the exam, question may be asked for 5-bit input, so you can explain with the help of this basic idea. Is that clear, students? So remember this concept. Question may be asked in a board exam. Now let us see De Morgan's theorems. De Morgan's theorems are applicable in simplifying Boolean equations or to minimize the equations for practical purpose, to verify the equations theoretically and practically. Basically, there are two theorems. Let us begin with De Morgan's first theorem. The complement of sum of variables is equal to the product of complemented variables. This is a statement of De Morgan's first theorem. I repeat again. The complement of sum of variable. Suppose these are two variables. Complement of their sum is equal to the product of complemented variable. These are complemented variable and this is a product. In this way, this is a statement of De Morgan's theorem in the form of Boolean equation. Applying De Morgan's first theorem to gates, you can see this gate gives the output A plus B complement, that is nothing but LHS. And if this is output, this is output for NOR gate with two inputs. What about RHS? RHS is product of complemented variable. Here is a symbol of AND gate. It contains two bubbles. What each bubble represent means inverters are there. Inverter means NOT gates are there. That NOT gates gives the complemented input to this AND gate. As this A is given to this bubble, so it will use the A complement. Simply B also gives B complement. And we'll get the output product of these complemented variables, that is A complement dot B complement. From this equation we can say that NOR gate is equal to the bubbled AND gate. Is that clear? NOR gate is equivalent to bubbled AND gate. This is the De Morgan's first theorem, and this is a truth table for De Morgan's first theorem. By using truth table, we can prove LHS is equal to RHS. As there are two variables, so there are four possible combinations of inputs and their respective outputs. This is LHS and this is RHS. As LHS gives the NOR gate, therefore both the inputs are low, output will be high, otherwise output will be 0. We can prove this De Morgan first theorem by taking each cases separately. Let's see proof of De Morgan's first theorem. Now to prove De Morgan's first theorem, this is LHS A plus B complement is equal to RHS A complement dot B complement. Since each variable can have a value either 0 or 1, the following 4 cases arise. And we know that there are 2 variables at the input. Therefore, 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4. So, the 4 possible cases. Now, let us prove. When A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0. This is case 1. LHS is equal to 0 plus 0 and complement of 0 will be 1. While RHS A complement dot B complement is equal to complement of 0 dot complement of 0 is equal to 1 dot 1, that is equal to 1. In this way, LHS is equal to RHS. So, De Morgan's theorem proved for case 1 when A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. What about case 2? When A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1. For LHS, by putting the value 0 plus 1, 1 and complement of 1 will be 0. Here for RHS, A complement dot B complement means complement of 0 dot complement of 1 is equal to 1 dot 0. The product will be 0. In this way, for case 2, A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1, A complement A dot B, A plus B complement is equal to A complement dot B complement is proved. When A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0, by putting the value 1 plus 0 is equal to 1 and complement of 1 is equal to 0. For RHS, A complement dot B complement, complement of 1 dot complement of 0 will be 0 dot 1 equal to 0. For case 3, A1, B0, LHS is equal to RHS. Now, in case 4, when A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, by putting this value 1 plus 1 that is equal to 1 and complement of this whole complement of this 1 will be 0. In RHS, A complement dot B complement is equal to complement of 1 dot complement of 1 and complement of 1 will be 0, the product will be 0. In this way, hence A plus B complement is equal to A complement dot B complement. Since in every case the left hand side equals the right hand side, the theorem is proved. In this way you have to prove the theorem. First you have to write the first theorem, statement of the theorem, then this Boolean equation of the theorem, then diagram, then write truth table, and finally you have to prove these all cases with the help of truth table. Understood all of you? Now let us see De Morgan's second theorem. This is De Morgan's second theorem. The statement of this De Morgan's theorem is the complement of a product of variables is equal to the sum of complemented variables. Means, suppose there are two variables. This is the product of two variables A dot B and the complement of their product is equal to sum of the complemented variables, means complement of A plus complement of B. This is the Boolean equation for De Morgan's second theorem. The complement of a product of variable is equal to the sum of complemented variables. Now by applying De Morgan's theorem, what we get? As LHS takes the complement of product and this is the output of NAND gate. While RHS, there is a sum, so there is a need of OR gate, but it takes complemented input, so it is represented with the help of bubbles. Bubbles means there are inverted inputs. Okay, here input is A complement while here input is B complement. As complemented inputs are there, so at the output we'll get the sum of complements. Okay. In this way we can prove this De Morgan's theorem with the help of truth table. As there are two input variables, so there are four possible combinations. So LHS is given by this A dot B complement, and RHS is A complement plus B complement. And at LHS there is a NAND gate. The output of NAND gate is exactly opposite to that of AND gate. Means when any one input is low, output will be high, otherwise output will be low. Now let us prove this De Morgan's theorem for each and every case from this truth table. Now to prove this De Morgan's second theorem, that is complement of product is equal to sum of their complements. Since each variable can have a value either 0 or 1, the following four possible cases arises. Now, when A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, this is first case. For LHS, A dot B means 0 dot 0 and complement of 0 will be 1. Now RHS, complement of 0 plus complement of 0, that is complement of A and complement of B, both are 1 and their sum will be 1. In this way, for case 1, A0, B0, LHS is equal to RHS. In the same way, when A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1, case 2, LHS A dot B complement 0 dot 1 complement is equal to complement of 0 dot 1. Now complement of 0 dot 1, that is 0, and complement of 0 will be 1. This is LHS. What about RHS? A complement plus B complement means 0 complement plus 1 complement, that is equal to complement of 0 will be 1, complement of 1 will be 0, 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. This is LHS, this is RHS. In this way, this De Morgan's second theorem is proved for case second. What about case 3? A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0. Therefore, A dot B means 1 dot 0 and complement of 1 dot 0, that is complement of 0 will be 1. Now RHS, A complement plus B complement, 1's complement plus 0's complement, that is 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 will be 1. So in this way, LHS is equal to RHS. When A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, this is the last case, fourth case. A dot B means 1 dot 1 and 1 dot 1 will be 1 and complement of 1 will be 0. For RHS, complement of A plus complement of B, complement of 1 plus complement of 1 is equal to 0. 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. Hence, A dot B complement is equal to A complement plus B complement, means LHS is equal to RHS. All possible combinations of A and B are exhausted. So this De Morgan's theorem is proved in this way. Students, remember that you have to prove De Morgan's theorem in proper way. First you have to write statement, then draw the diagram, then write the truth table. After writing truth table, you have to prove all the four cases properly, either for De Morgan's first theorem or De Morgan's second theorem. Both the De Morgan's theorem, if you have to write together, then both De Morgan's theorem you have to write in proper way. Otherwise, your marks will be less in the board exam. So remember that, write in this way properly. How amazing with the NAND and NOR gates property. So we can construct any gates by using this NOR and NAND gate because they are called as universal building blocks. But condition is that we have to use minimum number of gates, so that can reduce the size and cost of the circuit. Okay. Now let us see how to construct basic gates using NAND and NAND gate. Okay, and the first is simple NOT gate. It has single input and inverted output. A NOT gate is like a moody teenager, always does the opposite what's being told. Okay, that is the complemented. Now let us see, we have to construct NOT gate, AND gate, OR gate with the help of NAND gate only. You can see all these three diagram, only NAND gate is used. Okay, so by using this NAND gate we can construct any basic gate. That's why this NAND gate is called as universal building blocks. Now let's see how to construct and how we'll get the output in this way, like A complement for NOT gate, AB for AND gate, A plus B for OR gate. Let us look up the truth table of NAND gate. In case 1, when both the inputs are low, output will be high. In last case, when the both inputs are high, output will low. Now for that purpose, we have to remember that both inputs should be at the same logic level. Then we can connect them together. So we get the single input here. By applying this input, we will get the output, that is the inverted output. Okay, and that is the property of NOT gate. Amazing, we can see there is a property of NOT gate. In this way, we have constructed NOT gate using NAND gate. Now, construction of AND gate. What is the output of NAND gate? That is A dot B complement. AND gate and NAND gate both are opposite to each other. Okay, complement of NAND gives the and complement of AND gives the NAND. Therefore, we have to connect only NOT gate to the output of NAND gate. Then we get the AND operation or AND gate using two NAND gate. You can see this is so simple. Now construction of OR gate. What is the equation of OR gate? A plus B. We have to construct with the help of NAND gate. That is output of NAND gate is A dot B complement. Can we connect OR gate with AND gate? Yes, with the help of De Morgan's theorem. In the previous topic you have learned that the De Morgan's second theorem, that is the complement of product is equal to sum of their complement. So we have already sum of their complement, but there is no need of complement. For NAND gate we get NOR operation. Now construction of XOR gate. By using OR gate, can we connect? I have a feeling that XOR gate must be somewhat connected with OR gate. We have just seen. Now whole term will give be complemented. So just see the change. There is a connection of NAND gate and that is the output of NAND gate A dot B complement. But gate 2 and 3 have only one input. So we make them two inputs. So single inputs are A and B, and we will connect another input from first NAND gate, that is A dot B. So what will be the output of gate 2? A dot B complement and complement of whole term. In the same way, for output of gate 3, B dot B, A dot B complement complement. So what is the output? This is the big output. So we can make in short way by using De Morgan's theorem, second theorem, complement of product equal to sum of the complement. For first theorem, complement of complement is nothing but real variable. Therefore, by removing both the complements, so we'll get A dot B complement. Again, complement of product equal to sum of the complement. So by multiplying A to A complement will get 0, A dot B complement, again B dot B complement is equal to 0. By solving this bracket we get A dot B, A bar dot B plus A dot B bar, and this is nothing but the output equation of XOR gate. So we can now students, once you know how to construct basic gate using NAND gate only, you can understand with the help of these three diagrams how to construct basic gate using NOR gate only. Let us see first diagram. In this first diagram, both the inputs of NOR gates are shorted. That is nothing but a single input, and it gives the property that is nothing but inverted output, and that property is nothing but NOT gate. Okay. That is a property of NOT gate. So we'll get the complemented output, that is A complement, and is the construction of NOT gate using NOR gate. In this similar way, we can construct AND gate and OR gate with the help of NOR gate. Is that clear? Now students, in this way, in today's lecture we have studied about revision of logic gate, then odd even parity checker, De Morgan's first theorem, De Morgan's second theorem, basic gates using NAND gate only, and basic gates using NOR gate only. Okay. Now this is enough for today's lecture. In next lecture we will see half adder, full adder, 4-bit binary adder, and different type of Boolean equations and simplification of Boolean equation. Okay students? Thank you. Thank you. We'll see in next lecture.